Hello everyone, Jeff here. Work on the Antilia building editor and the Lantros tile set continues, but this week I'd like to have a bit of a discussion about the use of commercial assets in Antilia. But before we get into that discussion, I'd like to give a big thank you to everyone who has supported Antilia over the years, and this week I'd like to give a special thank you to Antilia's Patreon supporters. The new meshes and content you'll be seeing in this video were purchased with funds provided through Patreon, and of course if you're interested in supporting Antilia, the Patreon link is in the description down below. Throughout this video, you're going to be seeing meshes and textures that I've purchased for Antilia. Some of these items may be temporary, while others may stick around in the game for some time. Some of them have already been converted over for use in the toy engine, but there are also some that I'll be previewing in the Unity engine until I get a chance to convert them over. Now, in the past, I've been somewhat vocal about not using such resources in Antilia. But as I mentioned in the blog post at the beginning of this year, as we move forward, I want to make sure that we're being productive and making good use of our time. This is a trade-off, and I have to make some decisions about how I'm going to spend my time. And of course, there's limits to my experience when it comes to creating content. I've gotten fairly comfortable in creating 3D meshes and to some degree textures, but I'm not so experienced when it comes to things like rigging and animation. As we approach a time when Antilia will start to become playable again, I want to ensure that Antilia is rich with interesting places to explore and unique things to find in it. Now, there are places where we simply cannot purchase assets. For example, Antilia's characters, buildings, furnishings, clothing, and the character equipment. None of that we can just purchase because part of our crafting system requires these objects to be modeled in a specific way. However, there are several places where purchasing assets could significantly improve variety in Antilia. This would include rocks and clutter, creatures, sound effects, and maybe even animation. I am, of course, very interested in hearing what the community thinks about this change and these additions to Antilia, so please leave your thoughts in the comment section down below. Thanks for watching.